There's a trolley bus driver taking a photograph of his own vehicle. The reds don't quite reproduce on video. The reds have an orange tint, but on the film they are the correct colours. Quite a deep bright red. On the trolley bus standard there, the pole is a conversion notice. This is the last day. So those schoolboys will be going home for the last time on a trolley bus. Kingston is quite a busy market town, very much part of London nowadays, of course, but in the early days was served by company tramways, and it was the company tramways, not London Transport, that first introduced trolley buses. The original plan by London Transport was to have modern trams, the Feltham types, on the main roads, probably on reserve track, and have trolley buses for the less loaded routes and buses everywhere else, but they soon changed their mind. The original idea in the mid-30s was to convert to diesel buses, but I believe they realised there's so much money had been invested in electrical supply equipment, they went in for trolley buses on a grand scale. But of course 20 years later another change of mind and the trolley buses were replaced with diesel vehicles. That is the Diddler on display, and it made a run early on the Tuesday. They didn't want to leave it till the last thing at night to run this vehicle because obviously it would have been vandalised. There's brand new route masters coming in to replace the trolley buses. But the last trolley bus would actually run around about midnight. But they decided to have a ceremonial last run with the Diddler. That's a tower wagon which was fairly new. I think they later sold those to Manchester. Official film crew plus several hundred fans. The Diddler's up on the wire, followed by trolley bus number 1521, which became the last official bus in the evening, and 1521 is still with us. That's preserved at Lowestoft. Yes, they made a ceremonial run from Fulwell Depot into Kingston, and after a celebration came back into brand new route masters. The Diddler trolley bus, as I said, they wouldn't risk that being out too long. In fact, it never came back to Fulwell. When it got to Kingston, it was unhitched from the wires and towed back to Clapham Museum. The Diddler, of course, is now preserved in London Transport's Museum at Covent Garden. This is where having a car came in handy. You could rush ahead and take shots and then catch it up again. Again, both vehicles followed by a stream of cars. There's the two brand new buses waited to take the party back to Fulwell Depot. Comes the Diddler with a police escort, much to clear the traffic rather than to deter vandals. An RT in the country green livery. Traffic lights change and away we go to terminate in the centre of Kingston. This bus has now been completely restored for a display, but unfortunately not in the company livery, still in the London Transport post-war livery. Putting the poles off the wire for the very last time. Now no longer a trolley bus. It's reasonable to say that by the late 30s London had the largest trolley bus system in the world. Disconnected the front of the dummy bonnet. So a lot of early trolley buses were built to motor bus design, removing the trolley bus numbers from the bus stop flags. If they didn't, they'd be pinched, and preparing the diddler for towing back to Clapham Museum. That's a dated feature, the semaphore arm on that towing lorry. Lady on the bike wondering what all the fuss is about. But of course the normal trolley bus services carried on for another several hours. There is 1521 going back to Fulwell to be decorated to become the last vehicle later on this evening, followed by the two route masters with a special party on board, although an RT got in the way there. It's another feature of London that's disappeared, suburban cinemas. This is Hampton Court Terminus. And still quite a presentable trolley bus, pulls up at the terminal stop.